Scrappy friends, I have a For the Love of Homemade Kits video for you, and this is the first layout that I made with this new kit. We are in round number 7. Can you believe it? We've been making kits for 7 months now almost, for just about, because we do 4 layouts. So I can't believe that we've been doing it for over a half a year now. It's crazy. Who would have thought that when we started this, when me and Megan started this challenge for each other, that we would end up having, like, doing it for so long and having so much fun, and a lot of other ladies joining us. So yay for all the other ladies who are joining. And in the description box below, I will make sure that I have their links in the description box below. What I just said. I am using a sketch from Citrus Twist. I've been using a lot of their sketches. Their sketches are pretty easy and pretty generic, which is partly why I like them, and they are pretty easy for me to twist a little bit, because I usually like to do that. Twist my layout or a sketch just so it fits my style a little bit better. And I am starting on white cardstock because that is just what I've been liking a lot. I really like that white open space. And so now I'm working on some layering. And I use that transparency paper because I really thought that it would look really cool to see some layers underneath it and then above it. And that white piece that is underneath that photo of my old dog Espo actually was ran through the embossing folder, so it has hearts on it. And then I'm just taking these little strips from one of the Pink Brush Studio papers. So I'm not gonna lie, I had a hard time at the very beginning because I have some ideas for some things that I want to do with this kit, and I don't want to use all my paper up. And with that said, I don't know why I just didn't start off with those first, because that's always a good idea when you start. When you have some ideas for your kits, to actually do those ideas first. So part of the reason behind not doing it is because I don't have a photo, and I'm not sure if I want to find a photo for the one layout that I want to do, or just do it without a photo, because I could just do a layout and not have a photo for it because I don't necessarily need one. Now, okay, so let's switch trains of thoughts here. There are 2 little boxes on the side of the photo to have like smaller photos, and I had thought about maybe placing those frames from Dear Lizzie, because I have them and they would have fit perfectly, but I just didn't like it. I don't know, it just didn't feel right, so I let go of that idea, and I kept one of the watercolor, it's underneath. And then I'm going to use this journaling card from Fancy Pants, which was in my kit anyway. And I really like that it has a decent chunk for journaling, because I want to talk about how our old dog Espo definitely hogged the bed. And he had to go underneath the covers, and he had to have his spot in between me and my husband. It was so funny. Like, every night he would go in between us, and he would get underneath the covers and have his head kind of up, so my husband usually got kicked, but I got pushed pretty close to the edge of the bed. And my husband is a dog lover, and so to say that we couldn't let the dog sleep on the bed, because he wasn't a huge dog, when I first was like, yeah, we can let him sleep in the bed with us, I didn't realize it was gonna be a huge deal, and that he took up as much space as a person did. So yeah, that was my mistake, and it's kind of hard once you say that they can do it to not let them do it. They get very confused, and he just wouldn't, and he wouldn't sleep in a crate at night. He would just whine. So yeah, but I decided to use that Chamel sticker that says, what did it say? Is that for real? Or something like that. Because it it just matched to be sarcastic, and I generally am a pretty sarcastic person, and just in normally, if you meet me in real life, I used to be worse than I am now. I think maybe because I just don't have the chance to be sarcastic. You know, when you have really little kids, you kind of have to just be right to the point, and it's kind of hard to be really sarcastic. I find that my husband can get away with it a little bit better than I can, but because I'm with the kids all the time, yeah. So it's funny how having kids change things. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I wanted to use this piece because it kind of matched, and I'm going for a monochromatic look. I think that's just like my style right now. I don't know. I've done quite a few layouts that have been pretty color, um, like monochromatic type themey. If that's a theme, is that a theme? No, it's just like a thing. It's not really a technique. Well, it is a technique, but you know, it's not like stamping on a layout technique. But I'm trying to see what I have in my stash that's not in the kit. And I remembered that I have these stars from Pretty Little Studio, and they kind of match the fact that I have some stars on there, and we're talking about a layout about at night. So why not use stars when we're talking about nighttime? And that's why I added that little round sky star pattern thing. I have like a ton of, I have like 2 of them, and I just didn't know when I would be able to use it. So I really wanted to try to get it in there. And I like the way that it works. It ended up working out really nicely, and I just kind of kept it really simple for the most part, except for like some of the layers. And so here I'm working with the title, and then I just decided to put it down at the bottom. And as you can see, my journaling kind of ran out of the journaling card, which is fine. I don't really mind that it goes on the layout because I don't, if you guys follow my channel, you know, I can write a novel on my layout. So that's just kind of how I like it. I like to be able to have quite a bit of journaling. And I do use a few of these stars because they're in my kit and I have them, and why not, right? I think sometimes I forget to, or I get lazy to, and not wanting to pull things out, right? Because who wants to go searching for everything? So here's my layout. It's all done. I really love how this turned out. It looks really, really nice and clean and just super fun. And I hope you guys go check out Christina's and Sarah's and Felicia's videos for this kit. And I will see you guys later for the next installment. I hope you guys have a great, inspiring week. Bye.